If you have relaxed hair, there are things you might be doing that are actually ruining your hair without you even realizing it. To be honest, I've made some of these mistakes before, and I'm here to save you the stress. By the end of this video, you're going to find out some of the things you are doing to your relaxed hair every day and every week that are actually the cause of that damage and breakage you're experiencing on your relaxed hair. So I'm going to be starting up with the do's and following up with the corresponding don'ts as I move forward. The first one is to always keep your hair moisturized. Relaxed hair tends to be drier than natural hair, so you have to always keep it hydrated. Use a lightweight leave-in conditioner and always seal in moisture using an oil or a light hair cream. I like to use coconut oil. Sometimes I use shea butter. You can choose whichever you prefer. Don't overload your hair with heavy products because too much oil and grease can actually lead to product buildup, which makes your hair weigh down and also causes your scalp to be flaky. It also makes your hair to be stiff, like if you're waving your hair to not be moving or to you shall notice that it is stiff. Can you see how my own is bouncing? That's how you want yours to be. So once you notice your hair is becoming very stiff, there's so much product buildup because you're using heavy products, you need to take a step back and actually weigh the kind of products you have been using on your hair. You can use a clarifying shampoo to wash off the entire product buildup on your hair. I hope you know that. One common mistake I notice that a lot of people make is that they use the wrong product for their hair type. That's why I took my time to break down how to choose the right moisturizers based on your hair's unique needs. And you can find that in my relaxed hair care blueprints. Check the link in my description for it. Before I move on to the next do's and don'ts, if you're seeing my face for the first time, if you're coming across my video for the first time, hi, my name is Ifama and I create easy to follow hair care routines and tips to help the girlies with relaxed hair grow healthier, stronger and more beautiful hair. So if that sounds like your vibe, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Now moving on to the second do's and don'ts. Be very smart about stretching your relaxers. Now let me break this down for those that might be confusing stretching with straightening. When I say stretch your relaxers smartly, I mean from the day you relaxed your hair, how long will you carry your hair from that day till the next time you relax your hair? That's what stretching is. So some people relax their hair every month. Yes, I've actually heard that some people relax their hair every month, which is absurd to think about. So typically what most people do is every 3 months. But what I would advise if you're trying to stretch your relaxer is like every 5 to 6 months, which is typically 16 to 24 weeks, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm not. So relaxing too often can actually make your hair weak and over processed. That's why I recommend that you try to stretch your relaxers to that 24 weeks mark. That's basically 6 months. So if you relax your hair every 6 months, that means in a year you relax your hair twice. Some people do once in a year. So if you can do that, by all means do so. Stretching is not easy at all, but like with dedication, with the actual proper hair care routines, you can actually do it. This will help maintain the health of your hair and to avoid excessive exposure to the chemicals in the relaxer. Now this is very important, so listen carefully. Don't relax your hair and make it on the same day you got it relaxed. Like don't relax your hair right now and on the same day you get a braid done or a stitch braid done or a ponytail done. Please, you need to give your hair time to breathe. Let your hair even like recover from that whole chemical process you just underwent. Undergo. Let it recover from that chemical process you just undergo. That English sounds wrong, but that's not the point here. The point is that you should not relax your hair and make it on the same day. I'm just looking at people that do that like, are you guys being dead ass right now? Are you guys being serious? If you're doing that, that's the reason why your hair is short. That's the reason why your hair is weak. Additionally, don't overlap relaxers. This is basically when you apply relaxer on the already processed part of your hair. Say you have new growths from here to here. This is the only part that the relaxer should touch. The relaxer should not touch the length of your hair. Don't let your hairstylist do that. And if you self-relax, don't do that to yourself because this causes severe breakage and thinning over time. So if you notice your hair falling off unnecessarily, your hair is cutting, your hair does not have weight, like it's so weak and thin, that's because you're applying relaxer on all parts of your hair. And if you want a healthy relaxed hair, stick to just the new growth, no overlapping. Stretching your relaxer is good though, but it's only effective if you know how to manage the new growth properly. If you're one of those that struggle with keeping your hair more manageable and healthy between relaxers, I mean that period of stretching, then you need the full guide I included in my relaxed hair care blueprints. Now for my third do, use a heat protectant. Yes, whenever you use heat tools like curling iron, flat iron, hot comb, blow dryer, hair straightener, whatever heat tool you use, always apply a heat protectant first because this helps to protect your hair from heat damage. Now, this one is for people that always get a sew-in with a leave out. You might be wondering, how often should I use heat on my hair? The only thing I can tell you is don't use heat too often. Just limit it to once a week or even less than that. This will help you prevent dryness and heat damage because constantly using heat to style your hair will just make it dry, weak and brittle. Before you know it, your hair will just be getting shorter and shorter. Before you know it, you don't have anything there again. So if you must style your hair using any heat tool, just let it be once a week or once in 2 weeks. If you want any strand of hair to remain on your head, please just limit it. Find alternatives. Look for other hairstyles that don't necessarily need heat application. Additionally, don't use a hair straightener and a blow dryer at the same time. So if you're going to straighten your hair, just air dry your hair. And if you can forfeit the straightener, just use a blow dryer. Don't go in with the heat from the blow dryer and still go in with the heat from the hair straightener. Do one at a time. Excessive use of heat is just also going to damage your hair, whether you use a heat protectant or not. So we're trying to minimize the use of heat. Okay. Always protect your hair at night by wrapping it with a silk or satin scarf, or you can also sleep on a silk pillowcase to help you retain moisture and keep your hair smooth. I mean, who doesn't want that? So I don't have a silk pillowcase, but I do have a silk bonnet, silk scarf. I use the bonnet actually. That being said, don't sleep on cotton pillowcases without protection because cotton actually absorbs moisture, which leaves your hair dry and prone to breakage. Also, stop packing your hair with rubber bands. Use a hair scrunchie. That rubber band is going to just cause snapping and breakage on that area. So when you take it off, you will even see your hair on the rubber band. But with silk or satin scrunchies like this, there's nothing like that. Next thing you need to know is that you need to trim your hair regularly. Those split ends need to go. Some people don't even know when they have split ends. When your hair is unequal, there are 90% chances that you have split ends. When you comb out your hair, when you straighten out your hair and you look at it, those see-through parts that are longer than others, yeah, that's a sign that you have split ends. Because they're usually curly, they're usually like snappy. I can't describe them, but I'm going to put a picture on the screen. This is what it looks like. Trimming your hair regularly will help your hair look healthier and fuller. Holding on to those split ends will only cause more breakage and make your hair look thinner. So don't avoid trims just because you want longer hair. It's actually reverse psychology. If you want longer hair, you need to let go of those split ends. The damaged ends will only travel up your hair shaft and cause more harm. So you can trim your hair every time you get your hair relaxed, or you can trim it every 3 to 4 months. I like to say every 2 to 3 months, but some people say that is too strict. So you can do every 3 to 4 months. This will just help to keep your hair looking fresh and fuller. I actually recently got my hair trimmed. Can you see the ends of my hair? Yeah, I recently got it trimmed. I actually have a video on that. So click on the icon above to check out the video right after this one. Yeah, most times I hear a lot of people say their hair is not growing past a certain length, but the real issue is that their hair is breaking off at the same rate that the hair is growing. That's why you cannot see any difference in the length. I actually explain more on why this happens and how to fix it in my relaxed hair care blueprint. Oh my god, this one is so important. Deep condition regularly. Deep conditioning should actually be the air your hair breathes. Because if you think about it, relaxers actually strip your hair of moisture, leaving it super dry. So deep conditioning should be a regular routine of every relaxed hair girl. So use a moisturizing deep conditioner every week and use a protein treatment, say like every month or every 2 months. It will help strengthen your hair. But then I don't want you to overdo it because when you overdo it, your hair will be super strong, super hard. That's why I recommend like every month or every 2 months. I'm going to emphasize this again. Don't skip deep conditioning. I actually recommend that you deep condition your hair after every wash day. So I wash my hair every week, so I deep condition every week. You might be wondering, how do you know when you need deep conditioning? When your hair feels dry, brittle and weak, that's when you need deep conditioning. But don't even wait till your hair starts showing all these symptoms. Just always do it weekly after washing your hair. I believe you wash your hair every week, or don't you? Please tell me, how often do you wash your hair? Let me know in the comments. Now, another important thing you have to always do is to be gentle with your edges, because your edges are actually the most fragile part of your hair, so you have to treat them with care. Don't make hairstyles like ponytail or tight braids or stitch braids, all this kind of Ghana weaving that will be pulling your scalp, that the tension will be so much on your hair. please avoid those kind of hairstyles. And this is because of the tension and pulling you experience whenever you get this hair done. Instead, go for softer styles that will not pull on your scalp too much. If we're being honest, relaxer is actually easy to maintain as long as you're not out here making all these mistakes. So tell me, which one of these do's and don'ts are you just hearing for the first time? Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. And listen, if you're tired of trial and error on your relaxed hair, I actually put together a full guide that covers everything from products that are tailored to your hair type to actionable hair care routines and to fixing breakage for good. The relaxed hair care blueprint is literally your cheat code. The people on my TikTok were the first to get it, so you can check out the link in my description to get yourself a copy. Oh yeah, if you want to learn how to trim your hair at home, then you might want to click on this video right here, because in this video I take you through my exact step-by-step routine on how I trim my hair at home by myself. So basically, if you don't trust hairstylists, then that video is your guide. And make sure to break everything down, make it as detailed as possible. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Toodles!